Hi everyone, this is DJ Dimaliuat and I'm here back in Manila, and I'm here to talk about why I choose to fly Cebu Pacific compared to all the other airlines here in the Philippines. And before I do that, let me say hi to everyone who's watching. Thank you for continuously watching this video, and again, I'm so grateful to be back here safely, and of course it's because of Cebu Pacific. And you know what, this video is not a marketing, this is not an advertisement. I just choose to shoot this video for education purposes. I have some topics and some ideas that can be used in business, or if you're an entrepreneur watching this, you can have ideas for this. So I'll just have two quick reasons why I choose to fly with Cebu Pacific. And of course, the first obvious reason is, of course, it's affordable. I can use my money for other purposes, for travel, for food, for whatever things that I want to buy. Because of course they have cheap flights, they have affordable flights, they have good promos. So that's the one thing. That's the first thing. But the most important thing, the second is the most important, and I tell you this, it's because of the owner, because of Cebu Pacific's owner, John Gokongwei. I have a very personal reason why, and let me tell you this. First of all, my father used to work in one of the companies of John Gokongwei. It's called Mark Electronics back in the days, and maybe for a small reason, it has an effect in my childhood, and that's why I always remember Mr. Gokongwei. And again, it's not a very popular company because it's an electronic company, but I remember my dad telling me that the owner, his boss, is John Gokongwei. So that's number one. And the number two reason is, again, a little relation with my past is last 2007 when I attended an entrepreneurship class in my college, in my university, in Adamson University. We had an elective, and my professor asked me or shared a speech. I think it was a speech by John Gokongwei that he did in the Ateneo Business School, and that was a story, a life story of John Gokongwei. And since then, I begin to admire him, of his works. So basically, I realized that, you know what, this man is on a mission. He's not just in business to make money, but Mr. Gokongwei is on a mission. I remember the story of Blend 45. I think it was Blend 45, his coffee brand back then. And the main purpose he established that brand is to fight the monopoly of other brands, and to bring down the price of coffee so that other people will also benefit. Most people will benefit. Another thing I remember when I was still in college, it was the start of Sun Cellular, and Sun Cellular is the reason why telecom here in the Philippines is somehow affordable compared to before. I know it's still expensive, our data is still slow. That's the reason why this is not a live video, this is a recorded video. But because of that, it changed the whole telecommunication industry with its pricing and its service. It became better. And of course, relating to Cebu Pacific is also the reason why we have affordable flights here. Yes, of course, Air Asia is, I think, the biggest budget airline in Asia. But again, Cebu Pacific is right there. And, you know, because of that, again, it made flying all over the world more affordable for Filipinos and for more people, simply because of that concept that he brought in here. And he changed the status quo. And with that, I admire you, Mr. Gokongwei. I admire you, John Gokongwei, for doing that. He also brought C2 here in the Philippines with that idea of, he really changed the refreshment industry, battling Coca-Cola and all the sodas out there, and giving us alternative of a healthier option. I know it has a lot of sugar, but it's a different story. But again, doing it and introducing C2 instead of drinking soda, you just drink green tea, is really, really powerful. And he has a lot of ideas and changed really the landscape of the Philippine business industry. And that's it. That's my major reason why I fly for Cebu Pacific. It has a place in my heart, and I can still always remember that. And I can always say that part of my success is because of that story. I got inspired. If I'm not inspired, if I was not inspired before, maybe I'm an employee right now, but at age 29, I can happily say that I'm financially free, maybe because of the influence that a lot of people has given me, and mainly it was also because of Mr. John Gokongwei too. So, you know what? Part of my dream is to meet you, Mr. John Gokongwei, and I don't know. It may be a long shot, but if this this video become so viral, it may also reach you. We don't know. Maybe if you're inspired by this story, by my sharing, by this video, maybe you may want to share this also to inspire more people. And who knows? In due time, it will also reach Mr. Gokongwei, and hopefully meet him in person and learn from him, and be inspired with him, so that I can also inspire more people too. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I'm so grateful that you've always been following me, and thank you for all the lessons that I've learned, and the inspiration that you've given me by watching this video. So again, if you're inspired, type in, leave a comment, and also share this video so that more people will also be inspired by this story. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Oh wait, I forgot to share to you something. The lesson for me here is, yeah, there may be rants, there may be whining, there may be complaints about Cebu Pacific, but then again, my lesson for you here, if you're an entrepreneur, instead of complaining and blaming, is just look at what's good, at something. Instead of focusing on the problem, maybe focus on what's good, because you know what, you will attract more blessings in your life if you do that. So that's my lesson for you. Instead of whining and ranting to the social media and to everyone because of the problems, maybe just learn to appreciate what is good at something, and just so that again you can have a better life doing that. I just want to share something. This is my bag, right? This is my bag. That's my bag of 20 kilos, and I have a story. Earlier, my flight is scheduled at 10:35, and the boarding time is 10:05. So I arrived Changi Airport before 10 o'clock. But then again, the web check-in is already closed, because surprisingly, the flight was not delayed. It was even earlier, right? So they closed it, and I had to ask them to give it a shot, and then to please consider me for that flight, so that I won't be late. I don't need to rebook. And so that happened. The staff, I applaud the staff of Cebu Pacific in Singapore. They did something. They asked the Singaporeans to check in my bag, and this is it. I was able to go for my flight at 10:35 a.m. and I was here at 2:35, about 4 hours. It also took it also took time before we left the airport of Changi. So maybe, you know what, maybe it's not just about the company, maybe it's not just about Cebu Pacific, right? I have my bag here. We even allowed 3 hand carry baggages. Oh, that's so good. Maybe it's not just about the company, it's just the problem. Maybe it's about our airport. We don't know, right? I don't know. What I was just saying is, stop looking for the problem. Let's just start appreciating what is there. So again, I edited this video. If you're, again, please go and share this video to your friends, and to people who also inspires you, and maybe to people who you think needs to hear this message of, instead of whining and ranting, is maybe just focus on what's good. So again, thank you very much for watching. I know you're one of the good guys out there. I know You're one of the people who are always inspired. So just like for me, I believe in this company. I believe in the owner because I appreciate the impact that it has done, not just for me but for the Filipino people. So thank you very much for watching and see you soon.